What's up, my leather crafters and reviewers? Yesterday was the premiere of season 2 of Stranger Things, and in this episode, we're gonna do this bookmark. Stay tuned to see how I made this. Here, we want to have Stranger Things on this piece of leather, and we need to cut this much to make it look like a bookmark. Let's cut the piece of leather on this side, a little curvy, and then the other side. This way it could be long enough to make it look like a bookmark. Perfect. Now we need a piece of tracing paper right there. Put the scissors away. Here we have a pencil, so we can start tracing everything. Let's put a piece of tape. This way the tracing paper won't move on me. Now let's start tracing. I'm going to start with the top line. And this is how it looks. It's coming out okay. Make sure you have enough pencils sharpened. Okay, let's start tracing the first letter, which is the S for stranger. And it looks pretty good right here. Good. Let's finish up. Finish tracing, looks good. Now we want to put that on the leather. But first we gotta case the leather. Alright, we're gonna case the leather with a sponge. Thoroughly do the whole piece. Looks pretty good. We wanted to let it dry to look like the old piece before we keep going. I'll be using a red pen. This way I know when I'm tracing what parts I've done and what parts I haven't done. Double tape so the paper won't move. Let's start with every single letter and line. First line complete. Let's do the letters and the other lines. Stranger Things is done. It's traced on the leather. Looks good except for the R, but I go back and redo the R part. Alright, we gotta put Jeweler's Rouge on the backside of leather. This way when we sharpen our swivel knife, it'll be nice and sharp. Alright, you're gonna pull with the swivel knife in order to do the cuts. Doing the first line, pulling straight back. A little bit of an angle. This way it can look like this. Just the first line. And the last couple of lines to finish up the swivel cutting. The swivel knife away. And let's see how this came out. Awesome. A little bit more water. There you go. So we can start doing the beveling. I'm going to put some tape on the back piece of the leather. This way when I'm doing my beveling, it doesn't stretch. It looks good. Now the letters won't be stretching when I do the beveling with these. Alright, we're going to put it in an angle to the line. Let's get the camera a little bit closer so you can see better. And just do a couple of stamps here and there. And let me show you what it looks like. Alright, it looks coming out pretty good. Right here I did the top line and the bottom 2 lines. The letters are the next step. Let's use the small beveler on the letters. This is what the S looks like. Looks pretty good to me. And that's how Stranger looks, all done by the small beveler. And Stranger Things, completely beveled. And here we have a little close-up of the detail of the small beveler. Looks really good. Here are my dyes and acrylic paint. My wife said no on that one. She said to go with the oil-based black. This is what it looks like after I paint it all the way around. Looks good. And here I'm dyeing the letters ox blood. It's looking really good. Almost done. After this, I'm gonna give it a little buff with any cotton rag, just so it can bring out the shine. And here's another close-up. It's looking really good. I finished everything around ox blood, so everything can match. Really, really good. On to the next step. Alright, we're gonna punch a hole with this. A couple of taps will do. Okay, that looks good. Yep. Now we're gonna slick the edges, making it nice and smooth. Perfect. End results of Stranger Things logo on my leather. Took me a while. I would say about 3 hours to finish it. Hope you all liked it. Please like, subscribe, and click the notification.